Greetings, Slackers. It's September Man here on this January 4th, 2018. And this is the first video of the year. And this is actually an article I read right before year end last year, but I'm getting around to it now. And this is over on TechCrunch. OKCupid's rating sinks as users rebel over new real name policy. This is by Sarah Perez. It says here, OkCupid's users are angry, very, very angry. Just ahead of the new year, the company made a radical change to its policies and now requires people to use real names instead of an OkCupid username as before. The change eliminates one of the biggest differentiators between the dating app and rivals like Tinder and Bumble, which have users log in via Facebook in order to use their real name on their dating profile. Since the update, announced last week, OkCupid's app has been slammed with bad reviews on the App Store. Over half the reviews, 56.3%, for the month of December have only 1 star, up from around a third in November. That would give the app a dismal 2.2 star rating if only the reviews for the past month were on display in the App Store. Apple, though, now let developers choose to not have their ratings reset when they launch a new version. OkCupid has selected this option to maintain its 4.2 star rating instead. The company explained the reasoning behind the change in a cheeky blog post, which made fun of the silly usernames people have adopted on its site over the years, like Dorito Princess XO, Daddy's Princess 29, Staying Positive, Doot, whatever that is, Britney Tears, Laid Back, STU, Big Daddy Flash, and Unicorn, blah 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 blah, for example. OkCupid said these were in fact real usernames people had used on its service, but were edited slightly to protect people's privacy. It also tied the switch to the end of an era for usernames, noting that AIM recently shut down for good. The suggestion basically was that maybe the time for goofy online handles has ended as well. These aren't good enough explanations for many of OkCupid's users, and frankly, they're a bit dismissive as to why people chose OkCupid in the first place. As some reviewers have pointed out, the combination of the real name policy and OkCupid's push into discovery via features that aims to find nearby matches by shared interests could mean less privacy for its users. After all, armed with a name, age, photo, and city, it's fairly trivial these days to search for the person in question via Google or Facebook and find out who they are, where they work, and where they live. That's not information all dating app users want to immediately give out to people who are otherwise strangers. Quote, some of us prefer the privacy of individual users' names, writes one angry user, Unique Twain, in an App Store review. When it comes to my name, I would prefer someone get to know me and simply ask. It's not like I go to a party with my nickname or a name badge or monogrammed clothing on. No, I have to talk to people and get to know them and let them tell me their name. Why should it be any different online? Several others pointed out in their App Store reviews and blog post comments that OkCupid's announcement had come across as condescending, rude, and patronizing. The company may have cherry-picked some of the more cringeworthy usernames to poke fun at, but many felt the usernames were generally an easy and quick way to get a feel for what someone was like, while still protecting their privacy. There's also a general sense that OkCupid is trying to become more like Tinder instead of keeping the features that made it unique. For example, the app has discontinued things people liked, such as the ability to see visitors, as it increased its focus on Tinder-esque features like prominence given to user photos. Match.com should just shutter OkCupid at this point. They already own Tinder, no need to build a second Tinder, scoffed TBY77 in another App Store review. Match is the parent company to a number of dating apps, including OkCupid, Tinder, Plenty of Fish, and others. To make matters worse, OkCupid locks some people out of the app until they comply with the new policy. rather than offering a grace period. Others were angry because they had recently paid nearly $50 to OKCupid to have the ability to change their username by way of premium upgrade. The only way to have this option at the time. They aren't getting a refund, even though the name change feature is now being handed out freely. And there's a little bit more to this article, and I will post a link down in the description box for you to go over and finish reading the rest. But I can imagine that this is going to have a pretty big impact. You know, usernames, which if you've been on the internet a while, you know there was AIM, you had Yahoo Messenger, and all this stuff. And so, you know, why use your real name, okay, and use a moniker instead? And I agree with some of the raters who left comments that were negative, stating that, look, this is, you know, about my privacy, and I would prefer someone get to talk to me and know me, and then I can reveal my name. I like that process a lot better. But forcing me to use my real name, or forcing me, and this is why I'm not on Tinder and don't deal with Tinder, because they want you to log into your Facebook profile. And so there's just a certain aspect of my life that I would wish to keep separate and disconnected. I don't want you going on there and finding information out about me and who I'm connected to and who I'm talking to. That's a huge privacy violation. And so I just stay off of platforms that would demand that I log into them, or the only way that I can use them is by having a Facebook account connected. I just walk away at that point. And OkCupid, you know, compared to a lot of other dating websites, you know, they're under the Match.com umbrella, and they own all these companies. And at this point, we may end up seeing one of these big dating platforms, dating sites go down, because there's so much competition, and every day there's always new niches that are popping up looking to, you know, challenge Tinder, or looking to challenge Plenty of Fish, or even looking to challenge Match. And so let me ask you a question. Are you someone who uses OkCupid? And do you have a problem with using your real name instead of a profile handle? Is this something that doesn't bother you, and you can just go ahead and look past this and you would continue using this service? Or is this enough to make you leave the platform behind altogether? My first book, A How-To Guide for Meeting Women on Craigslist, you know, I always talk about the benefits of Craigslist, and yes, it's a crazy world. Yes, you have to be more cautious and protect yourself, okay? And there's ways that you can do that. But the best thing Craigslist doesn't do is it doesn't force you to use your real name as of yet. That could always change in the future. But for right now, it allows you to maintain some anonymity. So for those of you out there who don't like using a screen name, maybe you might want to check that avenue out. Or you might want to check out some other site that still allows you to use a screen name. But what are your thoughts on this? Leave all that for me down in the comment section below. Again, the link to this will be down in the description box so you can finish reading the rest of it. And that's going to do it for this article and this video. I'll catch you in the next one. Did you enjoy this video and find it informative? Subscribe to the Slackers Method and click the bell icon next to the subscribe button to receive all the latest notifications for when I upload new videos.